as a kid, I've always loved playing with Legos. I've always loved fixing puzzles and then taking them apart and fixing them back together. And my grandpa, he's a construction worker, and I've always loved going out with him and helping him on whatever he does. And so I see myself right now as a teenager, and those building aspects have come over into my life, and I still love building. So I'm gonna be presenting on how to build a computer. Before I present, I'm gonna explain what the parts are, how to install them, and how a finished computer will look like. Okay, so these parts here, this is a computer case. All of these parts are components that you need in a computer. This is a computer case. This one is a motherboard. This one's a CPU. This one is a CPU cooler. This one's an SSD, a GPU, some fans, some RAM, your power supply, and these are LED lights, which are optional. So the first step is preparing the motherboard. So you take off any screws that you need to in order to add the rest of the parts onto it. So the first part you put onto the motherboard is you put your CPU. So you just insert it into the motherboard like this. The next step is installing the RAM. The RAM is what makes the computer run faster. It allows you to edit videos faster or run games faster. Anything you can do, that's what keeps it up faster. Installing the SSD. The SSD is the storage. So that's this the faster the faster the SSD, the more storage will run faster. So SSD is space. So this SSD is 500 gigabytes, and that's where you put all your files or whatever you need into that. In mounting the CPU cooler. So I didn't explain what the CPU does. The CPU is more of the brain of the computer. That's what everything goes to everything goes to the CPU in order to run everything. And the CPU will overheat if you don't have a CPU cooler. So the CPU cooler keeps it keeps it stable. Inserting the motherboard into the case. So before you add the motherboard into the case, you need to add an AIO shield, which the AIO shield, it's just supposed to shield all your things that you plug into, like your USBs, your audio jacks, everything that you need to plug into, and then you just go ahead and screw it into the case. And then you mount fans into the computer so that the computer won't overheat. The next step is installing the power supply. The power supply it's what gives power to the computer. So you plug that into your wall, and that's what feeds power to the computer. Connecting cables. So once you have all the parts connected into there, you have to start adding cables, connecting them into the power supply, connecting them into the motherboard, to the fans, to the motherboard, everything, just connecting cables. And then after that, you would install the GPU. The GPU is what makes it run fast. Is what makes the computer run fast. So it'll allow you to. It's just like the RAM. It'll allow you to run everything fast. All the programs as fast as you want. And then adding LEDs. These are optional. You don't have to add LEDs, but it makes the computer look nicer. And you just put them around the computer. And one of the last steps is to clean your cables. What I mean by clean cables is the back of the computer. That's where you route all your cables through. And in order for the computer to not overheat and to make it look nice, is you have to clean all your cables. And the last step is closing the case and turning it on, and that's how it looks. A gaming computer looks when it's turned on. In life, you have to everything is like a puzzle. You just have to be patient, and you have to wait for all the time. You have to be patient. Just like a puzzle, it takes time for all the pieces to come together. That is my presentation.